Hi there. Welcome to my Experience Cloud portfolio, as well as my custom job tracking app. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'd love to be able just to walk you through really quick how I built this portfolio, as well as how I built my job tracking app. So let's jump into it. So right here, you'll see on my front page what I've done. So my home page here is all built with the user in mind. I wanted to make sure that as soon as someone came to my portfolio, they knew my name, what I've accomplished, where I'm at, and the fact that this was built with Salesforce. And right here, quickly, they can see my resume. If you come over to the published site, we can click on resume, and it takes them to my newest resume that I have currently up to date, and so they can go through that, be able to download it, open it with Google Docs, or download it just in general right here. Or they can go cut with the links. They can go back to my LinkedIn, they go to Trailblazer, they go back to my portfolio, whatever they'd like, but it opens up into a new tab so we don't lose sight of our portfolio. And then from there, I wanted to make sure that I use my the rich content editor a lot, mostly because it's very scalable. So as I continually add content, it's an easy way to add content into my dev org. From here, I also added the tile menu, which reflects the navigation menu up here at the top. So on the tile menu, I got to create this to where as you go through it, it's going to have full overlay. I love being outside. I love the woods, and also being a trailblazer and being on trailhead. That's being outdoorsy. So I love the concept of being outside. Especially whenever you have such a technology high technology job. So this allows for us to see the projects, education credentials, and references. You guys can go through that. Obviously, if you're already on Salesforce projects, you're already diving into it enough to be able to be there. As well as on my front page here, I wanted to make sure that qualifications were a must to be able to quickly explain through flat icons of what I've accomplished, both hard skills and soft skills, to be able to talk through that and to be able to show that I have a lot of experience, so I can be able to speak to those things. So if anyone wants to talk more about those things, happy to do so, of course. And then here, this is something I spent a lot of hours working on. I wanted to ensure that I had a custom HTML editor for my web to lead. And whenever you do a web to lead, usually they do a quick version of the HTML code, and it's not very fluent. It doesn't look good, to be honest. It's got to work a lot with it to make it look okay. So from here, I wanted to make each text box white, as well as the font white to go with the background. And I wanted to use, from here, you can see the display flex, all items align to the center. So that's why we're able to center these. And I created two different columns with that. So you can see display flex, direction column, align items, and then you see first name and email, display flex, align column, items to center, last name, phone. So those are the two columns. And then from there, I'm able to then place the message based off of those types of things of being able to center it from there. And with the submit button, I didn't like having it. I wanted the background to be transparent. So I had to work a little bit to make sure that the background color was transparent, as you see here, and the box shadow had none. So it was not able to be seen. So that was something I spent some hours working through. I built all of this on the Cypress theme, as you can see here, and I've configured it to be very customizable. With the navigation, you see that it's default navigation. Go here. This is where our three tile menus as well as top left menus items are. And then you have my hidden Salesforce project. So this is where you're currently at. This is why you can't find this unless you're at my on my Salesforce projects. So once you click that, it opens up a new site page from the navigation. So if you're here, you see you'll have Talent Stacker Volunteer Project, which I'm currently working on, as well as there's a Salesforce projects. But then up here you have your Click project. Then you have your Experience Cloud project as well, portfolio and job tracker project, which is what we're currently on. So from there, so I want to test this part right here this custom code, this web delete. So it's connected to a flow. So that flow will then generate a automatic response to the record owner. In this case, it's me, as well as notify whoever just signed up. So we're going to go back to the published site. Scroll down here. We're going to type in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Big Star Wars fan. Then go to childressx8@gmail, and then type in number and say hello there, as Obi-Wan would most likely say. And then we're going to hit submit. And so from there, we're taken to a custom page that will say, thank you for signing up. I'll be in touch shortly. And because of that, it will then say, click here to return back to portfolio, which is a redirects back to the link. So instead of opening up a new page, it goes back to the direct same page. So it doesn't open up a new tab because that's kind of unnecessary. From there, if you see here, new portfolio lead. So it says someone just signed up. So it alerts the record owner, me, into that. And then it opens up here and saying, thank you. Hey there, Obi-Wan. Thank you for reaching out through my portfolio. I'm excited to get in touch with you. Let's talk more about coffee, DIY projects, parenting, and of course, Salesforce. So I just love to be able to connect with people. And the portfolio is a great way to do that. So how I did that was through a flow. If you come over here on the email alert part of flow, we will open up a record trigger flow. So on the lead object, when there's a new lead that gets placed, a new record is created. And from there, we're going to send a action, which is in this case an email, to notify the new lead of that's the body. New lead, portfolio lead was what we saw in the first email. Sends it to my email, and it makes the constant true so it doesn't come back in all different weird font. And then it updates the person. So this is what that looks like. And it's sending from an actual email address, not just Salesforce. And from there, we'll see the email body. This is the email body. Hey there, in this case, Obi-Wan. Thanks for reaching out to me. All the great stuff. And then new lead. Reach out to your new lead. So this is what the body looks like. That's what it sends out to me. And so this is how I'm able to see that new lead. So we're going to go now onto the back end of Salesforce. As you can see, Harry Potter's already been quick to sign up. From there, we now have Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he says hello there, right? So now we can generate this new lead, connect with this new lead. If you go into the lead, you'll see that there is the lead owner, hello there, phone, email, lead status not open, open not contact. So from here we can keep going through the path. Up at the top in the highlights, it tells me pretty much all the same information, as well as follow-up details. So for me to stay within the same page, I can then say what day did I contact them, and I can contact them through a certain day and time. And let me move me over here so we can see what was discussed, what company are they with, so then I can place some actual details onto their record page. And so this is a great way to stay in contact and be able to use Salesforce to stay up to date with what people are doing. As you can see, though, in this is my custom portfolio, as I have a custom logo up at the top for branding purposes. And it allows for me to also track my jobs. So from here, we're going to look at some new jobs that I have available. These, of course, are not real jobs. Some of them were inspired by ones, but we're going to look at this NASA one here, where I have submitted an application to NASA. This is a conditional rich content. So basically, this is on conditions. So right here is a quick reminder to remind myself that I need to reach out to the hiring manager or just somebody in general, but this is an easy way to just to have some quick wording there. It's conditional because once I can come down here and edit, reach out to hiring manager, which I've done. I hit save, and that is no longer there because I have done that. Now from there, you can see up at the highlight, it covers all your major contact information. Opportunity name, what I'm going to actually be working for. Primary contact is Han Solo. Yearly salary is $150,000. what day I applied, and where's the job URL. So from here, we're going to look at the path. The path is super necessary when it comes to understanding how to go through in this case, a sales process, but an opportunity process or an application process. So I've customized this path so to remind me of certain things here. So find the hiring team on LinkedIn and add them to the correct field. Find the website, salary, job description, or other relevant information right here. So as I do that, I can update this to the correct information. As you can see down here, I added another section, which is the job information section, to oversee an administrator provider data storage. So it gives me all this extra information so it stays directly onto the same record. And then I also created some custom pick lists. So how did I find this job? Was it on LinkedIn? Was it on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, whatever? Is the jobs on site or remote? Was I referred? No, sadly, I don't know anyone at NASA. But this is an easy way for me to be able to see this. All right, and now we're going to go and start walking through the path process. So as we've now submitted the application, we can then start to remember to practice our pitch because we're going to have a screening call coming up. And from there, we're going to go to the first round of interviews, and yay, the confetti comes down. So we're going to continually be reminded as what's going on, go through Talent Stacker mock interviews, different things that are going on. We want to go through the second round of interviews. We're getting closer, practice our demos, go through our technical assessment. Then now we're getting so close to the third round of interviews. We're almost there. Let's go over our demos, go over our pitch, go over all these great things. And then finally, instead of close won or close lost, I set it up as accepted or rejected. Either rejected it or they rejected me, whichever way it might play out. But let's say in this case, I got accepted. So we're going to be really excited and we're going to hit save. And then as Salesforce celebrates, we celebrate that it is a celebration in this way. So this is how you can walk through it. And of course, here we have any notes and attachments. So let's say I was taking notes about how the interview process was going in 1, 2, and 3. I can be uploading those notes into Salesforce there to be able to keep track of what I'm writing on my side as well. This is all the great ways to be able to use the job tracking app as well as Experience Cloud to know exactly how these things can work to the best of the ability for each customer and client. This is a easy way to be able to keep the user in mind about what needs to be done. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for wanting to learn more about how I've done this. I hope if you found it informative, connect with me. Go to my portfolio as you're already there and click that awesome web delete form. So thank you. Have a great day.